Zeus was the sixth child of Rhea and Cronus, and due to the prophecy which stated that one of his children will kill him, Cronus swallowed every single child birthed by Rhea, except Zeus. Rhea had hid Zeus away from Cronus, and gave Zeus to her mother, Gaia. Gaia had raised Zeus like her own child, until he had the power and support to take down his father. After Zeus had waged a war on the Titans and won, he earned the title King of the Gods. Zeus had many children in both mortal and immortal worlds. His affairs with other mortals and goddesses had led his wife, Hera, to despise the other women and their children. Zeus's children were remembered through written and oral traditions, including Athena, Apollo and Artemis, Heracles, Perseus, and others.
The Greeks believed that their immortal gods control all aspects of nature and acknowledged that their lives were completely dependent on the goodwill of the gods. The relationship between human beings and the Greek gods was based on the concept of exchange. God and goddess were expected to give gifts, and human gave offering to the gods. Each city devoted itself to a particular god or group of gods, and the citizens built temple of worship. Inside the Greek temple, there will be a large statue of whom the temple would have been dedicated to, along with other statues and offering the people who will live for the deity. They regularly honored the gods in festival, where poets would recite or sing legends and stories of the gods. The purpose of the temple today are intended for congregational worship, where groups of people get together and celebrate their god or goddess on a regular basis. But the ancient Greek temples were used in a different way. They were meant to serve as the houses of worship for the gods or goddess who protect and sustain the community. So they made their temple to be the finest. Also, the servants looked after their every need, to make sure that the god and goddesses feel comfortable and relaxed in their temples. The gods also received daily offerings of food and drinks, along with a proper share of the harvests and the profits of any trading and military activities.
The temple in Olympia was where the Pan-Hellenic Olympic Games were dedicated in 776 before the Common Era to 393 Common Era, in the western Peloponnese of Greece. The statue of Zeus was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The magnificent dedication to Zeus, father of the Olympian gods and supreme deity of the Greek religion, was vital to the spiritual and material well-being in the lives of ancient Greeks. The statue of Zeus was far more important than the temple itself. Prayers and rituals were directly addressed to it. Created in the 430s before Common Era by the master Greek sculptor Phidias, who wanted a statue so large and gleaming in gold and ivory so that it would be awe-inspiring, an epiphany to the onlooker. It provided as close a link as possible between the humanity and the divine. Individuals and city-states brought offerings to Zeus from around the known world, in hopes that he would answer their prayers.
A great example of Hellenistic Greek sculpture is the colossal altar of Zeus at Pergamon near Izmir, Turkey. This monumental work of Greek art was built by King Eumenes II from about 166 to 156 BCE, who sought to anchor his legitimacy by building the altar. The altar is adorned with 370-foot-long marble frieze which depicts the Gigantomachy from Greek mythology. The story derives from a Greek legend. Once the new gods, led by Zeus with the support of the goddess Gaia, had overcome the Titans led by Cronus. Zeus then decided to oppose a number of Gaia's children. The altar of Zeus was less about harmony and serenity and more about achieving excitement with wild movement and strong feeling. It is alive with huge figures of the gods and giants with locked in mortal combat. This atellate people relied upon altar to achieve their spiritual and political aims.
As shown through their impressive art pieces, the Greeks were devoted to their gods and spent a lot of time and energy creating temples and statues for worship.